Hello everyone, myself Himanshu Joshi. I am an assistant professor in Sri Labhubhai Trivedi Institute of Engineering and Technology, Rajkot. Welcome to the today's video lecture of interconnected power system. So today let's start with the first topic, that is the electrical grid arrangements in India. So when several power station and electrical power system operates in a parallel manner, then it will create a large power system network. So in this particular network there is a bulk amount of power which is flow through a transmission line. So we can say that this high voltage network of transmission line is referred as grid system. So it is known as the grid. Now in a particular grid, so we can say that electrical grid, that is the interconnected network which can deliver the amount of power which is generated in a generating station and deliver to a customer. So if we talking about the India, then India has 5 regional grids based on the geographical area. So that geographical area will cover the entire states of the India and its union territories. So in India there is a 5 grid. So first one is the north regional grid which covers the entire northern region. Second one is the western regional grid which covers the entire western region. Third one is the southern region grid which covers the entire southern region. Fourth grid is eastern regional grid which covers the entire eastern region, and last one is the northeast regional grid which covers the entire northeast part of India. Now let further classify the western region grid, from which we are taking the electricity right now. So this western regional grid covers the 5 states and 2 union territories of India. So these 5 states are Chhattisgarh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Goa. So these are the 5 states. Union territories are Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. So these are the 2 union territories and these are the 5 states which comes under the western regional grid. You can also find out the states and union territories which comes under the northern grid, southern grid, eastern grid and northeast grid. So now let's discuss about the load dispatch center. So load dispatch center is the organization which coordinate the different power plants in our power system. We know that when there are the number of power plants in a power system which are connected in parallel, so it becomes necessary to coordinate the different power station for its most reliable and most economical working operation. So we can say that load dispatch center is a very important link between generating station, transmission system and distributed system. So load dispatch center will coordinate the requirement of power for electricity consumer. So that is the main function of load dispatch center. Now let further analyze the function of load dispatch center. So its first function is to monitor the grid system. Second function is to keep in account the quality of power supply which is transmitted through the regional grid. So that is the second function, is to check the quality of power which is transmitted in a grid. Third point is load forecasting and demand estimation. Load forecasting means that in future how much power will required for the load. So in short we can say that load forecasting means to take a assumption that in future what amount of load will increase. Say for example, if we can say that in next 5 year, if x amount of x megawatt of load will increase, then on opposite side x megawatt of generation should also increase. So to predict the future demand, that is known as the load forecasting, and based on that demand the generation should also increase. So that future prediction of load is known as the load forecasting, and based on that future prediction the load dispatch center will try to generate the or to add the new station or new generating unit in a power plant. So that is known as the load forecasting, and it is done by the load dispatch center. Fourth function is to provide the system security and islanding facilities. That is also done by the load dispatch center. Fifth function is perform the scheduling of generating unit and transmission line. We know that there are the various ways to do the scheduling. That means if there is a fault in any generating unit, if there is a fault in transmission line, then we will remove that section of transmission line and that generating unit. That is also known as the scheduling if it is a planned. But when we can say that if there is a requirement of maintenance in a particular transmission line or in particular generating unit, then we also have to perform the scheduling. So that scheduling is done by load dispatch center only. Now sixth one is the energy distribution and load pattern studies. So that is the distribution of energy and load pattern is also studied by load dispatch center. Now let us learn about the grid arrangement. So in grid arrangement, the first point or first center, that is the NLDC, that is known as the National Load Dispatch Center, and its main station or main center is in Delhi. Second one is the RLDC, that is the Regional Load Dispatch Center. So we know that there are the 5 regional load dispatch center, that is the North region, again its main headquarter is in Delhi. Second one is the Western region, WRLDC, its headquarter is in Mumbai. Third one is the Southern region, its headquarter is in Bangalore. Fourth one is the Eastern region, its headquarter is in Kolkata. And last one is the Northeast region, its headquarter is in Shillong. So there is one NLDC and 5 RLDC in India. Now from RLDC we are having the state load dispatch center, it is in state wise, and from SLDC we have area load dispatch center, it is known as ALDC, and from ALDC there is the RTU, that is the remote terminal unit. So this is the basic grid arrangement in India. So now let us learn about the hierarchy of Western regional grid. So we know that there is the one NLDC, National Load Dispatch Center, and 5 RLDC, Regional Load Dispatch Center. Now let further classify the WRLDC, that is the Western Regional Load Dispatch Center, from where we are taking the electricity right now. So we know that WRLDC will have 5 states and 2 union territories. Now again let us classify this WRLDC for Gujarat. So in Gujarat we know that WRLDC will move, WRLDC or Regional Load Dispatch Center will further classify as SLDC, that is the State Load Dispatch Center. So in our state, that is the Gujarat, SLDC, there is one SLDC which is at Gotri. Please remember the name of SLDC in Gujarat, that is the Gotri. It is near the city or district Baroda. So Gotri is situated near the Baroda city. Again our SLDC further classified by 3 ALDC. So in Gujarat there is one SLDC and 3 ALDC. First ALDC is at Jethpur in Saurashtra region. Second ALDC is at Jambua. It is also near the Baroda city. Jambua is situated in Baroda city, near the Baroda city. And the third ALDC is situated in Gandhinagar. So in India there is one NLDC and 5 RLDC. In Gujarat there is one SLDC, it is at Gotri. In Gujarat there is 3 ALDC, that is first one is at Jethpur, second one is at Jambua and third one is at Gandhinagar. Now let discuss about the function of NLDC, National Load Dispatch Center. So the first function of NLDC is to supervision of RLDC. Second function is scheduling, control and dispatch of electricity over inter-regional link. So how much electricity will transfer in inter-regional link, that scheduling and control and its dispatch is totally comes under the function of NLDC. Third function is to coordinate with RLDC to achieve the maximum efficiency and maximum economy. So ALDC with coordinate with RLDC will try to achieve the maximum economy and maximum efficiency of each and every generating station and each and every its generating unit. Now fourth function is to monitor the operation and grid security of national grid. So NLDC will continuously monitor the working and its operation of grid security and national grid. Fifth function is to follow all the direction and regulation issued by central government from time to time. So that is the main function of NLDC. So NLDC will, in short we can say that NLDC has to coordinate with RLDC to achieve the maximum efficiency, maximum economy and most secure national grid. So that is the function of NLDC. So NLDC has to follow all the rule which is governed or regulate or directed by the government of India from time to time. So that is the function of NLDC. Now let us consider the function of RLDC, that is the Regional Load Dispatch Center. So what are the function which is done by the RLDC? So first function is to monitor the system parameter and security. We can say that RLDC has to continuously monitor the voltage and frequency in their particular region for the security purpose. If one of the parameter will collapse, then there are the chances of blackout. So RLDC will continuously monitor the parameter for the security purpose. Second function is to ensure the integrated operation of power system grid in respective region. So RLDC has to ensure about the integrated operation of power system in particular its own region. So integrated operation means a smooth operation of power system for the consumer side also and from the source side also in their particular region. Third function is to system studies, planning and contingency analysis. So the third function of RLDC is to study the system continuously, to make the proper planning for the system, and the major function is the contingency analysis. Now what do you mean by contingency analysis? Contingency analysis means that we know that in a particular system there are lots of fault will occur, clear, there are the lots of fault will occur, and we know that which type of faults are in our system. But when this fault will occur, that is the biggest question. So, when there is the fault will occur, we do not know that when there is a disturbance or when there is a fault occur. So, contingency analysis, that is the analysis which gives the list of fault with its probable timing. Clear? Contingency analysis means contingency analysis gives us the list of fault and its probable occurrence of fault. So, that is not a fixed time that that this time this fault will occur only, but this is the probable list of fault with its timing, that is known as the contingency analysis. Now, fourth function is daily scheduling and operational planning. So, that is the fourth function of RLDC is daily scheduling and operational planning. Now, next is State Load Dispatch Center, SLDC. Now, what are the function of SLDC? So, first function is optimum scheduling and dispatch of electricity within the state. That means, whatever may be the demand which is from the load side, that has to be fulfilled by SLDC. That is the first function of SLDC. Second function is monitoring the grid operation. So, SLDC has to continuously monitor the grid operation. Now, third function is keep accounts of quantity of electricity transmitted through the grid. So, SLDC has to keep what amount of electricity is transmitted through the grid. So, SLDC has to keep the account of quantity of electricity which is transmitted in a grid. Now, next is the ALDC, that is the Area Load Dispatch Center. So, first function of ALDC is to ensure the integrated operation of the power system in state area level. So, we know that integrated operation means a smooth operation or continuous operation. So, ALDC has to ensure that the operation of grid or power system in particular area should be continuously or without any kind of outages. Second function is optimum dispatch of electricity. That means, whatever may be the demand by the consumer, that all demand has to be fulfilled by ALDC. Third is monitoring and control of power system parameter to maintain the healthiness of the power system at all time. So, ALDC has to monitor the amount of power and its parameter. We know that parameters are mainly parameters are voltage and frequency to maintain the healthiness of the power system at all time. So, voltage and frequency should be in limit to maintain the healthiness of the power system at all the time. Fifth function is managing the load as per the schedule. So, that means there is a schedule of outages. So, that outages has to be followed by ALDC as per the time or as per the schedule. Sixth function is collect all relevant information regarding all system events and report to the SLDC for further analysis and for taking the follow-up for system improvement. That means, ALDC has to collect all the data. That means, suppose if we are talking about the voltage and frequency, then ALDC has to continuously monitor the voltage and frequency in that particular area. 24/7 has to monitor the voltage and frequency in particular area and generate a report of voltage and frequency for all the day and submit that report to SLDC for further analysis. So, that is the function of ALDC. Now, last one is the function of RTU, remote terminal unit. Its function is to measure the active power and reactive power continuously and next function is to trip the feeder based on the command from ALDC. That means if there is any fault in a particular feeder, then to isolate that feeder, RTU has to take command from ALDC. If ALDC gives the confirmation about the tripping, then only RTU will trip the feeder. So RTU needs a command from ALDC to trip any feeder. That is the function of RTU. So this is the map of Gujarat state. So there is a one LDC, load dispatch center. We know that it is at Gotri, so it is near about the Baroda. So there is the one LDC or SLDC, state load dispatch center for Gujarat, and there are 3 ALDC. First one is in Jodhpur, second one is in Gandhinagar, and third one is in Jambua. So there are one SLDC at Gotri, 3 ALDC at Jodhpur, Gandhinagar and Jambua. Now let's discuss about the Gujarat power sector hierarchy. So Gujarat power sector is divided into 4 parts. First one is the regulation department, second one is the generation department, third one is the transmission department, and fourth one is distribution department. So regulation department is known as Gujarat Electricity Regulatory Commission, GERC. Generating department is known as Gujarat State Electricity Corporation Limited, GSECL. Transmission department is known as Gujarat Energy Transmission Corporation Limited, GETCO. In short, we know that about as GETCO. Distribution department is divided into 4 another part. First one is the Uttar Gujarat Wijj Company Limited, it is known as UGVCL. Second one is known as Dakshin Gujarat Wijj Company Limited, it is known as DGVCL. Third one is Madhya Gujarat Wijj Company Limited, it is also known as MGVCL. And fourth one is Paschim Gujarat Wijj Company Limited, it is known as PGVCL. So this is the Gujarat power sector hierarchy. So now with this we will conclude our session. Thank you very much. If you have any doubt, any question, you can give your doubt and question in comment section also. You can also message me, you can also WhatsApp me your doubts, or you can ask your doubt by means of email also. Thank you very much.